Hey guys, so big news happened on Thursday.
Yes.
Disney had its big investors meeting where they discussed all of the new properties coming to Disney Plus streaming, all of their movies. I mean,
Yep.
they covered what? Marvel,
All the
Star
movies.
Wars, Pixar,
Yep.
everything. So we wanted to make sure to get together and talk about some of the things we're most excited for. So this video is going to basically focus on everything Marvel and MCU related.
Yep.
We're super excited. It feels like forever since we've had anything Marvel. I think it's been maybe Spider-Man 2 might have been the last theatrical release, and that was a year and a half ago
Yeah.
as of this video
Yeah,
right now.
we were supposed to get a lot of new content, but coronavirus came in and was like, y'all ain't doing nothing
Yeah.
this year.
So we've all been just waiting for stuff. So Disney said, you know what? Merry early Christmas.
Yeah.
We're going to drop a bunch of news on everything Marvel. So I want to jump right into
Yep.
it. I know you're pretty excited about
Yep.
it. So again, we're going to kind of break things down between TV and movies. So a
Yep.
lot of the movie news we already knew about. Well, we got a lot of new information for TV. So
Yeah.
first thing, Ryan, what struck you? What are you most excited about for Marvel TV coming to Disney Plus?
Man, the trailers that they dropped, the footage that they dropped were incredible.
I agree.
I think the one that stuck out to me the most was probably Loki.
That was the first footage. I was impressed.
I think we all kind of knew where Loki was going to take place, right?
Yeah.
You know, we all saw Endgame, and he took the briefcase and the Tesseract, and he was out.
Yeah.
And so we all kind of knew that is probably where the next, where the Loki series was going to take place, and they finally confirmed that, right, in the footage that we saw. And so I'm trying to figure out what it's about based on the footage that we saw, but. Did he get scooped up by like time travel police?
I feel
that's what it looked like, right?
One of the cool things about what I feel like they're going to do with Marvel Television, and if you saw the WandaVision trailer, they are going pretty trippy, right? Like Marvel is, I feel like, one of the criticisms they got was basically playing it too safe, we're formulaic. Well, they said, you know what, with TV, we are going to throw that formula out the window and we're going to go crazy. We're going to get creative. So, I have no idea what's happening in that trailer. And that's the coolest part for me.
Like TVA? It's like the agency that scoops them up. I think that's what it was called.
It could be, yeah. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was some acronym that they used. It started with a T, but it looks like some time travel.
It looks completely bonkers.
Time regulators, or people. So it looks bonkers though, and so I believe Kevin Feige said it's going to be almost like a crime thriller.
Yeah.
And so that's super exciting.
And Marvel does a good job with mixing up its properties. Sometimes you're going to get a heist movie, sometimes you're going to get a straight up action, sometimes you're going to get a.
It looks like
thriller.
almost a procedural.
Yeah.
Like so I'm all in with Loki. The footage looked incredible. And don't get me wrong, everything that they showed looked incredible. I mean, even the extended look at Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think.
I mean, that one tracking shot where they're trying to get to Falcon and he's kind of just flying through the canyons.
It looks like a movie.
It is a movie.
It looks like a movie.
And that's one of the things that I'm most excited about. They said it's basically going to be a 6-hour movie with characters that we know and love. So I can't wait to see what happens with these people. Obviously, huge Captain America fan. So anything kind of related to that fallout of what happened with him in Endgame and how do you pick up the pieces and put these two together who were always kind of held together by the glue that was Steve Rogers. Now they're on their own doing their thing in basically a 6-part movie. Sign me up for that.
Question.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, is it going to be hour-long episodes, 30-minute episodes?
I would imagine it's going to probably be like almost like a Mandalorian, like maybe even 30 to 45 minutes. Because it's 6 parts, I can't really see it being 6 hours worth of footage as much as I would love 6 hours worth of these characters. I really don't think it's going to be that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was anywhere 30 to 45 minutes because that would still give us maybe, 3 to 4 hour-ish worth of stuff. So that's enough to excite
That makes sense.
So.
And just real quickly, I think What If looked incredible.
Yeah, and I wasn't excited for that.
I wasn't excited for
that
either, but it looks amazing.
Yeah,
it looks amazing. I mean, where animation is right now, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the animation that Star Wars brought in the next video, but just incredible. So I'm super pumped for What If. I think it's just a different take on, we've been seeing all this linear storytelling, and just to kind of get, what happens if we do this, or what happens if we do that, and a lot of the original cast is coming back.
Yeah.
Based off of what Kevin Feige said, so I'm excited for that. So, but enough about me. What did you think?
Well, I mean, I agree with everything you said. Again, I think for me, by far the most anticipated is the Winter Soldier and Falcon. I think something that flew below my radar, and I know a lot of people were excited about it, WandaVision, getting to see that footage, getting to see them hop between the decades. Again, kind of like what we saw with Loki,
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. Is it all a dream? Is it an alternate reality? We don't really know.
Yeah.
Sign me up for that. I don't know what it is, and I think that's the coolest part. You know me, and anytime you watch any of our videos, I really love the aspect of being surprised on film. So being able to have these TV shows where you don't really know very much going into it is something that I think is very cool that Marvel is doing. So for me, that's pretty cool. I think also Secret Invasion is something that's now on my radar.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were going with that.
Is that animation or live action?
I believe it was supposed to be live action because I
action.
think they said Samuel L. Jackson is coming back for that,
Okay.
and Ben Mendelsohn.
Right.
So he's the one who played Talos, or I believe in Captain
that makes
Marvel.
sense based off of the ending of Captain Marvel.
Absolutely.
So
it's a huge storyline in the comics.
Yeah.
In the comics. So the fact that we get something like that, She-Hulk, right?
Yeah.
And they confirmed that Mark Ruffalo is actually going to be in that. So I think one of the things that Marvel is doing really well is they're actually kind of applying that formula that they had with movies.
Mm-hmm.
And now anytime they have a Disney Plus TV show, they're going to be able to weave a little bit more character into that and then kind of intersperse that throughout the movies, right?
Yeah.
Anything that you see in Disney Plus is basically going to be tied to the movies.
Yeah.
And that's super cool because you might get to dive a little bit deeper into characters where you might not get to explore all of that in a 2-hour movie, 2 or 3 times a year. So I think that's the part that's most exciting for me is getting to see, reoccurring characters. Mark Ruffalo joining She-Hulk. And I think Kevin Feige mentioned you're going to get other characters just in that show alone. So I think what they're doing is pretty much throwing the gauntlet down to these other streamers and saying, look, we've got big stars that you can see in our movies. They're coming to our TV show. So.
And I also believe that Kevin Feige announced, I can't remember which character it was, but there are returning characters from the Edward Norton Hulk movie that will be joining She-Hulk as well.
I think I missed that part, but
yeah.
Oh, the Abomination.
I believe, yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So that's super exciting as well. But last thing that I've noticed about this, they will not. Iron Man will always be a part of the Marvel.
It is imprinted in the Marvel DNA at this point. Yeah.
What is it? Armor Wars and Ironheart?
Yeah.
His character will always be a part of this universe, which obviously I know that, but I mean, just, think about Far From Home, right? Like, essentially, that movie doesn't happen without Iron Man, right? It's just the DNA, right, of what a lot of these Marvel movies movies and TV shows are going to be moving forward.
It just showed what good, I don't know if you want to call it story blueprint or whatever, but Marvel has done such a good job of kind of laying out their story, laying out the arcs in advance, and being able to explore, different aspects of all of these different characters. There's such an opportunity for rich storytelling in it that you could really take any of these characters at this point, even characters that we thought might be one-dimensional, and go almost anywhere with that. And that's the sign of good storytelling. So
question.
I
you
think it's
named a
great.
bunch of stuff you're interested in.
Yeah.
What's your number one anticipated?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Gotcha.
When we're talking Marvel TV. So I think we've covered TV enough. There's a bunch that we left out. That's how much news we got on Marvel TV. So we'll shift over to the Marvel movies. Again, most of these we knew about already, but we did get some big news this week. So for you, in Marvel movie news, what is your most anticipated? What made you most excited this week? And there's a lot to choose from. Fantastic Four.
Not close.
Okay.
I think a lot of the news we got, we we've heard, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff they already announced.
We've got logos for. I mean,
Right.
a lot of these movies were in production before.
Right. They've announced a lot of this stuff already. We've been hearing stuff about Thor: Love and Thunder and Doctor Strange. We've heard stuff about all those things. Fantastic Four for me was really the thing that was new.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think we've all just kind of been waiting for that hammer to drop. You know, when are they going to introduce Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
When are they going to introduce...
you kind of have to do it at some point.
Right.
More, like, fans have been clamoring for that.
Right. You know, when are we going to introduce the X-Men? And so the X-Men's coming.
I honestly thought we were going to get some X-Men news in this, and I was kind of disappointed. But with all the other news, I can't complain too much, but I thought we were going to get some X-Men news.
Well, you know, I'm going to say this. They have to figure out what they're going to do with Black Panther 2 now.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
You know, they're not recasting T'Challa.
Which I'm a huge fan of not doing that.
Yeah.
And I know it's one of those characters that we love and want to see continue, but there are so many opportunities to go a different route with that. Yeah. I think it'll be cool to see a different take inside that whole movie universe, honestly.
And, you know, one of the things that has happened within the world of Black Panther is Storm actually becomes T'Challa's wife.
Yep.
So, you know, I think I only mention that to say there's a lot of other ways that they can weave in X-Men characters without having an actual X-Men movie.
Yep.
You may even be able to weave in X-Men into a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
amazing.
Kevin Feige's a genius, so whatever they do, I know they're going to do it the right way.
Yeah.
But Fantastic Four, I know everyone. Who are you hoping to be cast in Fantastic Four? I know you've been thinking about this for a while.
I'm gonna jump on the whole
Go ahead.
John Krasinski, as cliche as it is, him and Emily Blunt. I've seen enough fan art manipulations that they've sold me that I'm like, okay, I have it in my mind. You know, I pretty much trust Feige at this point, so anybody that they choose, I think, is going to do a great job. But I've already seen them visually now, and I'm like, man, in my mind, they already have the role. So we'll see.
Expectations.
I know expectations. We will talk a lot about expectations on this show in many episodes. You know, fan expectations, and then the reality that you get. But again, I trust all the filmmakers to give me exactly what's best for the story that they're trying to tell. Yeah. That being said, John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, make it happen, Kevin Feige.
What are you looking forward to as far as...
I think Fantastic Four was my biggest news. I think the news that we got earlier this week on all of the Spider-Men, I guess I can call it now, coming back, potentially seeing Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland all as Spider-Man in the same movie. Again, it's not 100% confirmed, but there's enough there.
That's what I'm trying to keep track of.
Whenever you have Doctor Strange as the mentor in Spider-Man 3, and you know that he's already introducing, you know, the multiverse of madness, there's enough there that you can put two and two together. We're getting some form of the multiverse, and I'm all for that. As we go forward, you know, Marvel has started kind of traditional storytelling, and now they're branching out. I have no idea how they're going to pull it off. I have no idea whether, you know, if the rumors are true, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, they might be a cameo. Yeah. They might be a huge part. We might not get them back in the costume. They might not, you know, they might only appear as Peter Parker. We don't know. But just that is exciting for me. So I think Fantastic Four and Spider-Man 3.
What I want to know is, how many mentors does Peter Parker need before they just let him do his thing?
I'll be honest. I'm a
little
mentors
worried. Does he need?
I'm a little worried that he's going to be overshadowed.
You had Tony Stark as a mentor for how many movies?
Yeah.
And you still need another mentor?
Yeah.
Just at what point aren't you You just might not be cut out for Spider-Man.
If Doctor Strange, I wonder if he will take over the Tony Stark role, right? He's kind of Tony Stark. You could argue Cap and him kind of unofficial leaders. Well, Cap is gone now. Tony Stark is gone now. So now who kind of steps up and is that glue, right? And I thought, honestly, it was going to be T'Challa, right? But now we know due to other circumstances, that's not going to happen. Yeah. So for me, it appears like Doctor Strange is kind of stepping in to be that unofficial leader. He's kind of that glue between all of the movies, right? So I think that's an exciting prospect. But I agree. I'm a little bit worried about Spider-Man being overshadowed. That was my criticism of the second Spider-Man, right? Yeah. Which is, you know, Nick Fury's there. We've got a lot happening. And he still has the ghost of Tony Stark with him there. So for me, I fear he's going to kind of be overshadowed in his own movie. Whenever I like to see Spider-Man, I like to see Peter Parker as Spider-Man and Spider-Man lead the movie. So I think, I still have faith that we're going to see a great product, though.
Yeah, I agree. So, well, I think we've covered it as far as...
And here's the thing. That doesn't even cover it all. So if you are a Marvel fan, make sure you go online, look up every detail of the news. We don't have enough time. We'd have a 5-hour video if we talked through everything that we wanted to. So.
But you know what you can do? Please leave a comment. Let us know what you're looking forward to. We'd love to hear it. We had a lot of news, and we barely even scratched the surface. So please go down to the comment section and let us know what your thoughts are. What are you looking forward to? And please, while you're at it, like and subscribe so that we can keep giving you all great content.